museum officially started in 1976 to celebrate the bicentennial of the U.S. It was originally funded through a grant from the city of Philadelphia. There's an obvious association here with the Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine. Now it's primarily funded through the school. Our school was actually founded in 1915. A lot of the exhibits started out just based on the faculty and really interest of the administration of the school. We are really leaders in terms of podiatric education, so they did a lot of traveling around this country and also internationally as well. And several of the former deans had a real interest in it and would collect shoes as they went on different trips and really tried to build up the collection. Our museum is located right downtown on 8th and Ray Street, so we're about 2 blocks away from Independence Hall and the National Constitution Center, right across the street from police headquarters. It's certainly a great location for our museum for guests to get to, and it's been a great location for our school as well in terms of our patients.
This is one of the more unique museums that we do have here in the Philadelphia area. It's very interesting given the exhibits that we have. I think there's something here for everybody. Starting off our Spotlight exhibit in the lobby, we've had boots from NASA that have been on the Gemini and Apollo missions, the International Space Station. That was with us for about a year. We currently have on Spotlight the history of Lotus shoes and foot binding. We also have Shoes That Serve exhibits focusing on local heroes through the fire, EMS, police departments. Figures from history, we have shoes from different presidents and first ladies, including the Reagans, Lady Bird Johnson, Mrs. Ford. We also have a huge sports exhibit with local and national sports personalities, Dr. J, Billie Jean King, Andre Agassi. Some of my favorite things in the collection are some of the shoes from the arts. We have shoes from productions of Cats, Peter Pan, Singin' in the Rain, other artists such as Ringo Starr, Lucille Ball, Ella Fitzgerald. I just think it's really cool to have such a collection of culture here. We're very fortunate to have a Shoes of the World exhibit, and that's one of the more interesting exhibits here where you get to see the progression of how footwear has evolved over time and where we're at now, and being able to compare all the different styles, fashions, and functionality.
When I took over as curator, I tried to contemporize the exhibits a little bit to focus more on the function of shoes. So we have an exhibit about the anatomy of shoes that kind of goes into what makes a shoe and what makes different types of shoes. Shoes are kind of a universal human constant, aren't they? I mean, no matter what culture and what period of time. They've all been kind of different, but there's always been shoes, and there's always been functional shoes, which have helped people for literally thousands of years.
To visit us here at the Shoe Museum, you can contact Andrew Meyer, our curator, through the Facebook page, through his email address, and arrange a time to come to view the Shoe Museum. It is by appointment only. It's a self-guided tour where you can scan the QR codes at each exhibit with your cell phone and have an audio-guided tour through the entire museum.
We're not here to make money. This is a quaint little niche museum. We don't charge an admission fee. We get a good mix of visitors, and all groups really seem to enjoy the exhibits. We get a lot of local visitors and also people who are just in town visiting Philadelphia near Independence Hall and the park nearby. It's kind of a quick and easy way to stop and spend an hour.
Hi, I'm Shirley.
And I'm Regina Mitchell. For more videos like this, subscribe to WHYY.